Hello guys, Swagin here, and here is the last part of my collection video, part 7. It's the troublesome trucks. Yep, I actually mainly made these due to Bachmann and Hornby having very little to use. So I felt like I kind of wanted to make some myself. So let's get into it. Also, I'll be showing off I'll be telling you the vans I actually gave faces to. Where the faces came from. First off is a red open wagon. One of the very first truck customs I've done. This one has the face from the Wooden Railway Giggling Troublesome truck. Now, the reason I actually started doing these mainly because of, my dog Eddie destroyed the wheel on this Giggling Troublesome truck. Well, the one where the face came from. Yep, he's now in heaven, unfortunately. So, it was very hard to get the face off. Yeah, like I had to destroy the model. So, this was one of the very few first troublesome trucks that I've made. Next is an M wagon. Yeah, its face came from a take-along. It's actually one of these take-along cars. You can flip the little load of it over, so it looks like it's not carrying coal. Yeah, I actually had two of those. Well, actually, one of the faces I already put onto one of the trucks. And so, yeah, I actually and actually, here's the one of the last until one of the others I made. Troublesome trucks. It is it's a blue ventilated van with the face from troublesome truck number 3. Well, Bachmann's. I felt that it was kind of just pointless having it on there, so I just removed it and just used some blue tack. Well, all these vans have blue tacked faces. Well, the faces were blue tacked on. So I did the same for this one. Well, the face already came off, but it was fixed with a bit of blue tack. Well, back when it was Charles Truck number 3. But I decided that I might as well actually have, like, a laughing van. Well, one of them. Well, a actual troublesome van, which is, I think, the way it should have looked. So, these 3 trucks here were the first troublesome truck customs I've made. Then, then here's this guy, which is, a tar tanker. Now, the reason, because I actually got a wind-up truck made for its load, which was just a little thing of fish. And I didn't really need them all, so I just took the face off and just put onto this tar tanker, since it was quite small. So, yep. Next is a salt wagon. Yep, this one is from one of the recycling cars. I originally tried to do one with one of the recycling cars, but there was like a big hole in this cheek after when I took the face off, so I just had to discard it. So later on from a train show, I got another one, so I just used it for this. But I don't know if this is my salt wagon, but mine's wheels don't stay on very well. Yep. They always tend to get a bit stiff, and they often collapse. The axle part around it likes to collapse most of the time. Well, it's not for me at the moment, but I'll probably have to replace this one's chassis in the future. Next is a, green truck. Well, it's actually the coal wagon with load. I actually have, the face is from a Wind Railway Alfie, but getting this face off, it was hard. After I got off, this screwdriver, which was a huge flat one, actually got my hand around here. You can probably see a bit of the scar from it. I think that there's scar on this hand, or was it the other one? Yep, it was somewhere around this area. This area right around here. Yep. It was really bad. But I managed to get a truck face. Yeah, it was very worth it in the end. Next is another one of the green trucks. But this one actually has a take it and play giggling truck face. Well, actually, I actually took the giggling trucks. Well, both. Actually, the blue ventilated van also has one of the faces. I took the face off of them and just put them on here. On here. And next is the blue ventilated van. By the way, these two giggling trucks came with Thomas in a little take and play pack. That's how I managed to get them. Next is a another blue ventilated van. I might get two more in the future because they're so good. Because I like the look of them. And blue is my favorite color. So, yep, the bodies from them I just painted rust, but I saved the chassis for customs. Well, future customs. Well, when I make the brake fans. Next is a, troublesome truck number 4. Sorry, no, it's the blue open wagon, but it has the troublesome truck number 4's face, and I actually like the look of it. It just looks so sad. And it has the little, this load was from a Nelson. And this one is from the Colin playset. Oh, I should also mention the loads. This one, I just found a blue piece of foam in my trainer area, and I just broke it up to look like stone for both M wagons I own. And this one has a Brio crate and a little like Lego crate at the end of it. So this one is probably my favorite truck that actually has a load. I mean, because it looks like something out of a mixed goods train. Oops. So let's get on to the other wagon, which is a another green open wagon. I own 3 of these. I might get a 4th one in the future, so I can have a rake of 4. Yep. This one has another of one of the take along truck faces, same as this one. Yep. I decided just to put the face onto it, because, well, you know, Charles trucks. Next is an green wagon, but it's the Charles truck number 4, but I actually gave it a take-along Ned face, and the little rocks in here are actually from those pop rocks. I actually saved them and just put them in it for, like, as a load of stone. So, yeah. Next is, a troublesome truck. well, a brown troublesome truck. This was originally the pink truck from the comic, from the little, like, magazine stories. There's little remnants of the pink in some sections. But it was originally that, but I felt that it was just kind of bad when I made it. Yep, you can see little sections of where the pink was. So I painted this up in an all brown and repainted the chassis. And the face is a modified Bachmann Birdie face. Well, my old one. Well, I had found an older one. So I just sanded down the mouth and just used whiteout to give it this new face. And the load is one of these little things. This came from some powertrains set. And this little thing is from a thing I got from some, like, Rib Fest. Yeah, there was a thing they were selling miniatures, and there's a couple of these, well, things that actually had this load. And it was like $2. So I decided just to, well, get them, because I need some more cargo for my series. So yeah, next is another blue troublesome truck. This blue truck, it was one of the ones I got for Christmas, and when I was actually taking the face off, it actually left a bit of, like, a chunk. So, but it's not really that noticeable. Well, a chunk when I was taking the little side parts where it used to be on, and this truck's load is these things. They're from Trackmaster. These loads are Trackmaster things, but they're the little sticks that hold the engines in place. Yeah, I just decided just to fill this truck up with them. So, yeah, this one was from the, one of the trucks that actually came into Take and Play Talking Troublesome Trucks. The, one that was, like, these two here. So, yep. Next is the, another M-Wagon. Well, one of the ones I got for Christmas, and this one has the same blue foam. Yeah, it was actually the face for it is actually a Wooden Railway ball G. So, I didn't need my Wooden Railway ball G anymore. So I just took the face of it off and just used it for this truck. So, whoops. Yep. Let me just get back and next is, a gray, Hornby van. This was one of the vans I got, well, last Christmas, Christmas 2015. It was one of the van packs. It was actually a pack of, like, some vans. I decided just to take the face of a, troublesome truck number 1 to put onto it. Mainly because of, also of the weathering is pretty detailed. Yep, and here again, all the faces use blue tack, and so, yep, and next is another salt wagon, which it has the, face from Charles Truck number 2. Well, the one I got for Christmas, I mostly got for its face. So, what's odd is the other one's wheel axles love to collapse, but these ones on mine don't. And this truck is way older, because it was one of the few first Bachmann items I got. Let me just try to get on the track. Next is another red open wagon, and it has an Erdl rusty face that I just modified. And it's carrying one of the Soder cargo railway crates. So, yep. Next is another custom troublesome truck. It's a black wagon with some silver detailing. And the face is a modified wooden railway Toby. The reason was I had a Charles truck number 2, and then another like Charles truck model that I was going to use those to make Fred Fellhay Rickety, and I was going to later on find a van for ULP. Well, basically I only had the 2 trucks. Yep, you can probably see my custom Rickety and ULP. But I was going to originally have it as like Fred Fellhay, but turned out Fred Fellhay has a different basis. He's basically a 8-plank wagon, while this one's actually a 7-plank. So I decided, just since it was useless, I decided just to paint it all up in a black. Yeah, I painted black all over and just gave it the face. And the little load is bits of old cardboard that I just cut up. It kind of looks like dirt. Next is one of the cars I actually got for Christmas. It's a little van. The face for it was a Trackmaster Dodge. There were some scrapes around it, so I actually used a bit of silver to fix it. So, yep, next up of the trucks is a cattle wagon. This cattle wagon was actually, the face is from one of the, vans from Erdl. I cut the face of it off. Well, my dad did that for me, along with that Dodge face. So after those were cut out, I then just pasted it onto this cow wagon, since it already had since the face had like a hillbilly look. Yep, next is I only own one of these at the moment. I might get another one. Is a troublesome, well, it's one of the brown open wagon. It's actually called cargo car, but I actually call it the brown open wagon. Yep, it's carrying the books from the Percy's pop-up storybook car. And I did the little black detailing around it. And the face for it came from an Erdl D261. Yeah, I made the Erdl D261 into an old stuck-up. Next is an ore wagon. This ore wagon I coffee, well, it was like $10, and I couldn't pass up a good wagon, especially if it was a Hornby. And the face is a take-along airy face, and the little load is a, basically this load in here is basically I took old pieces of Super Sculpey, and I used pliers to crunch them up to make it look like one of the China clay loads. Next is a Hornby red open wagon. So, this, along with SC Ruffy and that blue wagon, came in some pack, well, together. Mainly because I needed 2 trucks for customs. And the little load inside of it is this first piece in here is from the Blue Mountain. No, not Blue Mountain. The Avalanche Bridge Drop. The Avalanche Escape set. Yeah, I was trying to think of it. And this other piece is from the Nelson at the Quarry set, which I did get off eBay. Mainly because, well, I actually kind of really wanted the set for a while. So, whoops, yep. Next up is, let me just get it unhooked. It's the Blue Wagon, which I love the detailing of it, and and this truck's face, the red one's face, I forgot to mention, its face is from the Winter Railway Dennis. So, yep, this one's face is from the Giggling Car, and its load is these Trackmaster wires. Yep, I actually got 2 sets of these. Had like one of the things I just removed and just had like laying on their sides, but you really couldn't see them. Then I got another one from a flea market, which I took them off their base. I actually still have the bases for these. Just took them off their base and had them as like the main loads I think a truck would carry. And next is a three-plank wagon with the little China clay load. So, and this truck's face, I actually took a mini scruff and I just had the back part of it filed down. Well, my dad did that part for me, and then I just took some blue tack and attached it to it. So, that way I had a little, three-plank wagon. So, next up is the, another Bachmann cattle wagon. Its face is the recycling car, because it had the hillbilly look. And it's the same as the other one, but with a different face. Next up is a Charles truck number 3, which I did was I took the face off for the van, and, well, for that van all the way over there. So, then I decided that I would actually have them, for the face on it, I just took an old Winter Railway Terrence, I filed down the, on top there in the mouth, and I even made it look more like a troublesome truck. So, yep. Next is my Pew & Co. Wagon. I got it off eBay for, I think, around $10. And the face is from one of the Hornby open wagons. Yeah. I had an older one just laying around. It was originally on my one truck from my old customs video. So, I just put some coal in it since it was a coal car. And this coal is black Play-Doh that I crunched up. Well, that was crunched up and then just made into one of the trucks to make coal. That's where I mainly get my coal for my series. Next is an Arnold Sands wagon. This one has another Charles truck number 1 face. And the load is same as that one brown troublesome truck I showed you. So, yeah. Next up is an NE car. Yep, same China clay load, and its face is a modified take-along Toby face. Next is a Darlington Coke wagon. It has a Hornby truck number 1 face, and its load is the black Play-Doh that I crunched up. Next is a UW Spencer wagon. It was one. These wagons here, well, him and some lot, and this one's face is from a take-along troublesome truck, and the load is some Legos. I might actually replace the load in the future. So that was aisle 1 of the troublesome trucks. Now on to the other aisle of them. Next is a fine fish wagon. It has a wooden railway diesel face. Mainly because I had the face was just on there, and I felt like since it wasn't going to be used, it was, by the way, this is the same diesel face from the one I got from my first episode of Flea Market Finds. So that was the same diesel face that I just put on to it. Next is my black tanker, which is a rocky face. So yeah, I actually this tanker was a milk tanker, but I actually decided just to paint it black along with this gray tanker here. They were a bit of a darker shade of yellow. Plus I already had 4 of them already from part 4 of the collection, so, and yep. So on to the next truck, which is a J.K. Harris & Co. I don't know how to pronounce this word under here. If someone can tell me how to pronounce this. Yes, and this truck's face is a Take and Play Spencer, which I actually did some little modding. I took top and bottom parts of it off. And this one is from the same lot that the last 4 wagons over there came from. So, yep. And this truck's load is the, flatbed with paint drums loads. So, already had one of them. Ready? So I actually only kept one of the flatbeds with the original load. I just put the other loads on for other trucks. So yep. Next is some troublesome tankers. I'll be reviewing 4 of them. Same time, because, well, they all use the same type of face. These troublesome tankers, there's 4 different colors. One's silver, one's dark gray, one's gray, and one's a white. This gray one, I actually did was I took some, thing from some weight, and it was like this tacky stuff, and I just rubbed it all over the truck body to try to make it look like it was weathered. Yep, then I just used some clear gloss to have it on, so it wouldn't rub off. So that's that truck. Oh, by the way, this was one of the 2 older milk tankers. This one here was an cream tanker. Yeah, I already had 2 cream tankers, so I didn't need another. I actually had one of them already, but I didn't need an extra. This one was a raspberry syrup tanker. This raspberry syrup tanker I got off eBay along with Henrietta for an extremely good deal. But since I had a raspberry syrup tanker, I decided just to paint this one in a dark gray. This one was a fuel tanker, but I screwed up on the weathering. Yeah, it just looked like something out of a fire. And these 4 tankers, well, including this one here, were all used the Erdl faces. Oh, and this one, when I was covering this truck with whiteout, I actually didn't want it to look clean, so I just had it look smeared, smeared it around, and try and make it look like it was dirty. Yeah. So, yep. Next is an LMS. An LMS, open wagon. The face is from an Erdl Thumper. I didn't have any use for it, so I just pulled it off, just put it on here. And this load is model ballast. Yep. And next is a Southern Railway open wagon. This one has one of the Erdl Lorry 3's crates and a Lego crate. This one's face came from a Trackmaster Salty, which I modified. Yep, next is another ore wagon. It has ballast, and its face came from a take-along Charles truck. So, yep. By the way, these 6 wagons actually came in a lot. So, and I decided, well, actually, when they came this lot, I actually won't have them turned into Charleston trucks. Next is a James Harn Caves and Sons coal car. This one has a little feature. Oops. Let me just set this truck down so I can fix this. Oh, as I nearly accidentally demonstrated, it has a little thing on the back. Well, this thing here, which is when you move this lever, the coal falls out. So, yep. Oh, by the way, for its face was a modified old slow coach face. Yeah, I had an older one, which I will be turning into an LNERT coach. Yeah, plus, I had 3 older old slow coaches, and that one was from a failed version of the old slow coach. It was just like with red Sharpie. It looked bad. But the 3 old slow coaches that I mentioned all came in like a lot of 3. So, yep. Next is another ore wagon. This one has a modified Monty face. And its load is model ballast. Yeah. The model ballast is kept in this container. I had no place to put it, so I just had it placed in there. Yep. Next is another open wagon. It has the older Trine wheels, and this car has its face was a modified Oliver face. Well, I had to use Mall Magic to build this top part up and to fix the sides. Yeah, it was from an old Winter Railway Oliver. Well, the pack vehicle, not the steam engine. So, yep, I had to modify it. So, yep, and it loads coal. Next up are 2 cattle wagons. Remember those Troublesome Truck 3s from my, one Christmas video of 2015? Those 2 that didn't have their faces? Those are those cars, but I repainted them brown. They have a black roof. Both of them have black roofs. And their faces are... Well, this one's face came from a Winter Railway battery-operated Salty. It was missing... Well, it was missing one of its middle wheels on the side, so... Yeah, I just turned the rusty from it into a scrap engine, and... This one was from a lorry... Winter Railway Lorry 1. I actually, with one of the extra Lorry 1... The extra Lorry 1, remember from my, video... That video of showing the recycling center in Edward. This is my old Lorry 1. Oh, here it is. This is my old Lorry 1. Since I had got another one, I decided just to turn this one into one of the faceless lorries from the show. I painted this part in with silver and used thin Sharpie to add these lines. That little hole in there was filled in with Mall Magic. And the lamps I just removed and just glued on. It was just glued onto this part here. So I have one of the original lorries, and I even used the black paint pen to cross out the one underneath it, so it just looks like it's saying lorry. Oh, and here are my pack vehicles. I do have jack buggies and storage with the other one-way items. So this is the pack team so far. I might get a few more members in the future. So to it next is a troublesome van. This van here, its face is from a Winter Railway Cranky that I modified. The eyes were a bit scratched out, so I had to fix it with whiteouts. And I had to use a file to file down this little, double chin he had. So, and this was one of the vans that came with, that van right there. And so, I just had an older Winter Railway Cranky, so I decided just to take the face from it and just put it onto this van. Yep. Next, these 2 trucks you'll remember from my second unboxing video. So, let me just get one of these trucks. these two trucks are carrying wooden railway pipe loads that they were from one of these like cheapo Target trains. And their faces are a take-along diesel face and a take-along Dennis face. Yep, and this van face is a heavily modified Trackmaster Stanley face. Some... Yep, oh, by the way, these doors love to slide open a lot, so... Yep, I might actually try to get these doors to be fixed still in the future, so... Now, what? These 4 trucks you can remember from my Christmas video of this year, so... Here is a little, almost Ben Bow wagon. I put some ballast in it and gave it the play talking troublesome truck laughing face. So, yep, and the wagon looks really cool. Yep, it was probably one of my favorite wagons that my dad got me for Christmas. One of my favorites. Next is this like coal transport wagon. This one has a modified Marion face on it. Well, modified take and play Marion. Yeah, I decided that just to take the face off for a troublesome truck and just have it modified to look like it. Yep, these next two both use the same type of face. They're both the same 2 wagons. This one's a Chance and Hunt Limited car. The other one's an Emmeline. Both of their faces came from the Take and Play Max Mind. I tried weathering them, but it looked kind of bad, so I just repainted them with white and just made them look like truck faces. So, yep. Also, I have a couple new additions. The new additions are a J72. It was around $50, and it is missing its front coupler, but I have a bunch of spare couplers that I got. Plus, this model is really heavy. Yeah, if I had a little model scale, I would probably weigh it. And next up, other wagon is a retro models kit of a flat wagon. Yeah, I kind of got me because my flatbed collection is kind of small. So I just decided to get another one. I get one of the GWR flat wagons. This will be done in the future, so this has been my whole model train collection. Hope you enjoyed it. So this is Swankton signing off.